Coming off a crushing blow, a crushing loss with the healthcare bill, Donald Trump proceeds with tax cuts. It's a new day. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Trump moves ahead with plans for tax cuts after healthcare failure. President Trump is leaving behind the failed healthcare bill and forging ahead with plans for massive tax cuts. But the same forces that doomed the repeal of Obamacare, united opposition from Democrats and divided Republicans, threatened the rest of his ambitious agenda. Doubts about Trump's ability to cut political deals and whether he has willing partners on either side of the aisle, has clouded the outlook for not just tax cuts, but his plans on massive infrastructure programs, trade deals, and also financial reform. Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer signaled Sunday the Democrats would dig in against Donald Trump's plans for the biggest rewrite of the tax code in a generation. If as expected, the across-the-board tax rate cuts include the wealthy. They don't need another tax break, says Schumer. He also balked about Trump's plan for an infrastructure program and proposed spending reforms. It's not me, it's him, said the New York Democrat. He ran as a populist against the Democrat and Republican nominees, or politicians, establishments. He ran as a defender of the middle class. The minute he got into office, he moved so far right that it's virtually impossible for us to work with him. The painful defeat of Mr. Trump just 2 months into his presidency also rattled the business community as the Trump bump in this stock market shows signs of sagging. With a setback in healthcare reform, many market participants are beginning to question whether the Trump administration will be able to follow through with more sizable and arguably more important legislation aimed at jumpstarting the consumer in corporate America, said Lindsay Piegza, chief economist at Stifel Fixed Income. Have you looked at the new tax, proposed bill from Donald Trump? Yeah, it's going to punish, I should say, working class people, poor people, particularly single moms with kids, because it reduces the amount of money, or it lowers the amount of money that you would be able to claim for your children. Really, it caps out at 2, right? So it's like a $15,000 tax credit for single people with children and a $30,000 tax credit for head of household. Actually, married filing jointly. So when you're single, you file head of household, $15,000. If you are married, the cap is $30,000. So you take a look at this tax code and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as it pertains to this. For more information on that, check out Antonio Moore on YouTube. He's done a great segment on the tax code and how it affects you. Now, bear in mind the tax proposals that Trump has out there, they're not in stone, okay? He's just beginning this work, I guess. But he is moving forward with it. Let's see if he adjusts some of it in light of not wanting to have another loser bill in Congress. But what's really important here, I think we ought to point out, is just as it's stated in this article. Trump doesn't have many friends on the left or the right. We're talking both aisles shutting down. So we'll see how successful he can be without having a true team behind him. It's not looking good for Trump, or maybe it is looking good for us. We'll see. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Trump to begin with taxes, pushing through his tax proposal. Will he be successful? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. I'll see you on the next one. And until we talk again, stay strong, stand tall.